During the 11 seasons of The Walking Dead, both heroes like Rick Grimes and antagonists like Negan murdered numerous survivors of the apocalypse alongside scores of walkers, and the characters with the highest The Walking Dead kill counts are some of the show's most iconic. This list doesn't include walkers, as the numbers at that point would be in the 100s. Rather, The Walking Dead characters with the highest kill counts apply to those who have taken the lives of the already living. The Walking Dead saw many deaths over its 11-season run, and a lot of them were at the hands of its main characters. The Walking Dead's central character, Rick Grimes, left the show in Season 9, although until his departure he was the TWD character with the highest kill count. Mikan left shortly after Rick, meaning she couldn't accumulate any more kills either. Other characters, like Negan and Daryl, stayed all the way to the bitter end, taking many more lives and adding significantly to their total kill counts. The Walking Dead characters responsible for the most deaths are also among the show's most memorable, with plenty of fan favorites also being accomplished killers. Introduced in The Walking Dead Season 10, Leah Shaw made her mark as a hardened Reaper and former romantic partner of Daryl Dixon. Her arc came to a fiery end in Season 11, Episode 16, Acts of God, but not before racking up 5 human kills and cementing herself as one of the most cold-blooded women the series ever saw. Leah's kill count of the 5th may be modest compared to the heavy hitters, but what makes her stand out is how she killed. Her violence wasn't random, it was tactical, personal, and often driven by vengeance. Leah wasn't just a soldier, she was a predator, especially once she turned on Daryl and gunned for Maggie. Her most memorable kill came in Season 11 when she eliminated a fellow Reaper to take command, proving she was just as ruthless as Pope ever was. Unlike characters who kill in survival or defense, Leah killed for power. Her final face-off with Maggie was a high-stakes, edge-of-your-seat moment that ended with Leah's own brutal demise, shot by Daryl in a cold, devastating end to a twisted love story turned warzone. A compelling presence during his time on TWD, Simon swaggered onto screens in Season 6 and met his bloody end in Season 8, but not before carving out a reputation as one of Negan's most unpredictable and vicious lieutenants. His kill count may sit at a mere 5 confirmed human kills that are shown on screen. His off-screen count is undoubtedly higher, but the chaos he caused was off the charts. Simon was less a soldier and more a loose cannon. He wasn't interested in mercy, order, or second chances, he preferred scorched earth. Simon's most notorious act of violence came when he ordered the slaughter of every male member of the Oceanside community, a move so brutal it even had Negan raising eyebrows, though because he didn't execute them directly, they don't count towards his total. While Negan led with fear and showmanship, Simon was pure savagery. His downfall came when that bloodlust backfired. Trying to overthrow Negan was his last power play, and it ended with a fatal beatdown. Still, 5 kills from a man who often didn't get his hands dirty says a lot. Simon may not top the list numerically, but his impact, and his body count, left a permanent scar on the show. Pope burned bright and fast, making his first appearance in Season 11, Episode 4, Rendition, and exiting in explosive fashion in Episode 8, For Blood. Still, despite not being in the show for long, he managed to rack up one of the highest The Walking Dead kill counts. As the fire-obsessed leader of the Reapers, Pope's brand of violence was as theatrical as it was terrifying. 7 kills might not sound high, but Pope's approach to murder was all about spectacle. Pope killed with fire, fury, and zero hesitation, even torching one of his own men alive just to make a point. His body count included both enemies and allies, and he viewed loyalty as expendable if it didn't fit his twisted vision of divine warfare. His most chilling moment? Throwing a comrade into a fire pit without blinking. Unlike other villains who manipulated or schemed, Pope ruled by terror and chaos. His reign ended when Leah, realizing just how far gone he was, killed him in a power move that signaled a shift in the leadership of the Reapers. Carl's evolution from wide-eyed kid to hardened survivor was one of The Walking Dead's most emotional arcs. One of the characters introduced in the pilot, Carl exited the show in heartbreaking fashion during Season 8, Episode 9, Honor. Along the way, he stacked up 8 human kills, and each one marked a step in his coming of age. Unlike some characters who kill out of malice or strategy, Carl's violence was often reactive, protective, and painfully necessary. His most notable moment came when he gunned down a surrendering young man from the governor's army, a decision that haunted him and his father. Later, he shot Laurie to prevent her from turning, a devastating act of mercy that defined just how far he'd come. Carl's kill count of 8 isn't just a number, it's a reflection of a boy forced to grow up in a world where innocence meant death. While he never became as ruthless as Rick or Daryl, Carl proved he could do what needed to be done, no matter how heartbreaking. 11. Glenn Rhee, Stephen Ewan, 8. The fan-favorite hero had an edge. Glenn was the heart of the group, the moral compass and eternal optimist, so it's easy to forget he also took out 8 human threats before his tragic death at the hands of Negan. However, Glenn didn't kill for power or vengeance, and was far from the most violent character in The Walking Dead. When Glenn killed someone on TWD, he killed to protect. His takedowns were calculated and necessary, whether it was infiltrating Negan's outpost in a surprise ambush or rescuing his friends with a swift and silent strike. Glenn's first human kill was a tough turning point, but it didn't turn him cold. Instead, it added another layer to a character who always tried to hold on to his humanity. What makes Glenn's kill count compelling is the contrast. He was one of the kindest, most empathetic characters in the series, but when push came to shove, he never hesitated to protect those he loved. Glenn may have gone down at Negan's bat, but he left behind a legacy of bravery, sacrifice, and 8 lives taken to save countless others.